Hello and welcome back to Operations Void. I'm your host Forgotten Void, and today we will be showcasing the Napoli in Ops. The Napoli is actually one of the better ships for Ops. The big reason is the armor layout. With a 60mm belt, 40mm deck, but mostly the 60mm belt. The HE, when HE hits the side on the belt, which a lot of ships will be aiming for the belt here. You can bounce, well, get non-pens on most HE. So like even her guns, the HE pens 42mm. So that's 254mm to pen 40mm. So less than that, smaller guns than that, and even the deck, they're not going to be penning. And like they'll pen the nose, but you can kind of broadside them, and as long as you're not on fire, you'll mostly get shatters on the belt to resist there. German, any kind of German ship will still pen you on the deck. It's like Rune, even Rune only 51mm of armor penetration. So on on German 200mm, 8-inch guns, they're still going to bounce on your belt. But your deck, so you kind of want to get in closer so they'll hit your belt and not your deck. And you can do that with the nice ability of smoke. So let's go to the equipment. You have this exhaust smoke and a heal and a fighter. And the exhaust smoke really helps with getting close. And so right now we have damage control mod 1. Oh, you can't actually choose smoke. Oh no, it's sorry, smoke's over here. It's not on slot 2. So because smoke is slot 3, we don't have that because we rather have secondary mod on. And we have auxiliary mod on to protect our secondaries to keep them alive longer. Prop mod so that we can slow down and speed up, mostly speed up faster. Concealment mod so that we can get in closer, and then of course auxiliary because our secondaries are fun. Main guns are also decent too, but this ship is fun point are the secondaries with 152mm and 90mm secondaries that actually do damage. So they pen 26mm armor. So that means they'll actually pen a lot more than HE. You'll get a lot more cruisers, and they should pen all destroyers. And then the 152 with their 42mm pen, you should be able to pen cruisers and get good chunk damage there. Unfortunately, there's no way to increase that pen, I don't think, because IFHE only affects HE and not SAP pen. And heavy HE and SAP only affects main battery. So there's no reason to do that. So our skills are grease the gears so that our main batteries can bear when we use them. Gun feeders so that we can use the correct main battery. Priority target, because I use that on all cruisers. Superintendent for one more heal and one more smoke, because you get 2 smoke base and that's not enough. Concealment expert to get as a standard cruiser skill. We have top grade gunner because the secondary battery load time is minus 10%, and even the main battery when you are within detectability range. And then pack a punch because that increases your secondary range by 20%. So your secondary firing range is now 11 kilometers with your concealment 10.3. Basically meaning your secondaries will start opening up before you're detected. And they are actually, so it actually means that your detection range becomes 11 kilometers. So I guess we could reduce, we might not need concealment expert or, okay, well, we have it. It lets you go dark. You can press a P and go dark. If that's the case, we could do something. We could do ship consumables. Would this 11.5. But your smoke lasts 10% longer, meaning it's 48.4 seconds. Versus 44, yeah, 4.4 seconds of smoke time. We'll just keep that on because that's what we have in the video. Okay, so with that, we will go ahead and go into battle. So for this battle, we happen to get the Ultimate Frontier. And if you have noticed the team lineup, it's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Napolis. Yes, this is a fun game because we are doing a full Napoli division. The only thing that would have made this funnier is if we had a full division and we did either Cilia, actually, yeah, Cilia, or what's the other one? Or Schlieffen. If we either did Cilia or Schlieffen as our other teammates, which we do have a Schlieffen on the team. So, here we are. We're just going to charge in. We made it. We called a vote and we said, who's all in favor of not charging in? And no one said anything. We all said, who wants to charge in? Well, like, yeah, let's charge in. And so as a unanimous decision, we're all going to charge in. And we're going to go find the destroyers. And we are glad they are not players, because those players would have all reported us for being a yeah, that kind of these 4 Napolis in this close formation. No destroyer can yeah, there was no chance. They had no chance. Even that gearing just really quickly deleted. So we're using a mix of HE and high explosive and armor piercing between us. I think most of us are using armor piercing because that's how we roll. The downside of having slow torps is you kind of have to time them right, pick your target. At least they're long range, so they will hit. So we're focusing on the Des Moines here. There we got a Citadel. What? 9 shells, 9 hits. 1 was a Citadel. And that's mostly in case we want to smoke up. And there we go, we get a Citadel on Iowa because we're really close to the Iowa. And let's see how we hit this North Carolina. No Citadels, but I went ahead and put my secondaries onto the Mahan. And yeah, I think, yeah, here you get to see how quickly the HE reloads when swapping between. This is kind of why we swap between. And we want the Mahan down because it's going to go into the harbor, and we hit the engine, so now it's going to slow down for a little bit. But the Schlieffen is actually going and taking care of doing his job. He actually said it was his job in chat, and not many Schlieffens know to do that. And the Yoda over there is going to lose a battle, or probably lose a gunfight between the Seattle, because while they are both light cruisers, one of them has a 15-second base reload. And the 15-second base reload is definitely not the Seattle. Oh, wargaming. You make a light cruiser and then somehow find a way to fuck with it. That's the worst light cruiser line in the game. People had been asking for light cruisers for a long time, IJ and light cruisers for a long time, hoping either for a copy of 155 Mogami or for super light cruisers, like bigger versions of Harugumo. Those are what we were expecting. Instead, they put army guns onto a navy ship and gave it an army style reload instead of navy style, because 15-second base reload. Because with army you don't have any winches or anything to help load the gun, whereas the navy, there's generally some assistance with loading larger caliber guns. So you don't usually have 15-second reload for anything 155 millimeters. Usually it's like 10 seconds or less. Like even the Mogami is actually pretty slow for its reload at 10 seconds for 155 millimeters. Sure, it has high DPM. That's only because it's... But anyway, so as you can see, these Clevelands are being surrounded by Napolis. And yeah, I didn't have... You don't have the overmatch to pen the nose of Cleveland. How unfortunate. There we go. I got my kill, so now my main battery is extended. And we took out the main gun of that Cleveland, and that Cleveland just got deleted. So we're going to try and turn in. We're just able to dodge those wrecks. Now we're going to charge for the carrier. So we're kind of charging in at different angles. And so here, what we're pointing out is just basically how we want the those are the three sections where the ships will come in, and we're just pointing out where are they going to come to the left or come right, and just basically pointing out the spawn positions and talking about which one we would prefer the most, which honestly either for first being center, or the first spawn being, or the spawns going from one side to the next are usually the best spawns. When the last spawn is middle, that's usually the least preferred version of tough. So we're going to send armor piercing that way. We're finally within range. And Seattle, Fletcher, and Sherman. Oh, there we go. Rear guns, getting the Citadel, like rear guns do. And then the main front gun's not doing much. But that midway is not going to last long. But, however, the secondaries will probably be focused on the Fletcher for a little bit. In fact, I swapped to high explosive to help with that. I had all my shells miss. see, do we get the midway kill? We're going for the midway. Our secondaries are going for the midway. Our main guns are going for the midway. Can we get the kill? Do we get the kill? Or does someone else get the kill? Ah, there we go. We got the midway. Now to go for... Now, both destroyers are down, so now it's only the Seattle. And... the planes are headed, so it's actually going to be center. So that means we are going to have a center spawn. So I smoke up, they radar. So this is another thing about tough. There is going to be a lot of radar. So smoking up is not going to help you. Nearly every single cruiser will have radar. So that's one thing where the tier 8 version is nice, because there's only a few ships with radar. It still hurts, but there's only a few ships with radar. Now, every single ship has radar. Okay, maybe not every single ship, but it feels like it. And there we go. I went dark. And now that I went dark, I feel comfortable to turn in. And the next reason why I feel comfortable to turn in is because my Napoli buddies have joined in. Now that it's not just me and there are 4 of us, we now outnumber the enemy. So that's another thing. In ops, if you're by yourself, then normally the enemy will outnumber you and it's not so fun. But when you run in a division like this and you outnumber the enemy, you just rush in. And so, while these ops can be difficult, you can also make them fun and easy. Like we are. By sailing together, keeping some distance between us, but sailing mostly together in Napolis, and having a lot of concentrated firepower. I also believe that everyone here in our... most everyone. I know at least 3 out of 4. I'm not sure if all 4 of us have played clan battles, and so we are familiar with clan battle tactics as well. And if you notice here, that clip right there, as the team score, our division has all the kills. I think Kato in the Ibuki has 1 or 2 kills, and outside that, it's been our team getting all the kills. Because we are out front, we are right in the face of the enemy, and we have a lot of DPM. And it's not silly as in the tier 9 Italian cruiser, where the secondaries are stupid level of DPM. But Napoli has a good balance between main battery and secondaries. So the main battery with the HE slapping destroyers around, with secondaries slapping destroyers around. So normally you don't see a destroyer's whiskey going down this quickly, but with all 4 of us, that's whiskey is dealt with very quickly. And there we go. We have our 100 main battery hits. So our consumable time is now longer. So our heal heals more, our smoke lasts longer, that sort of thing. It's just a little bit. But a little bit helps. So we're trying to get in range of the Cleveland and the other ship before turning around and heading for the last wave. Mm, 3 hits on the Cleveland. Not bad for HE. So I'm trying to see what I can do with torps. So I throw some torps there. Maybe they'll hit something. Maybe not. Oh no, we got a Yodo coming in. Coming for my torps. Eh. If we miss them, we miss them. If we don't, we don't. So they're just kind of throwing them in the water because everyone is. Oh, there we go. 2 citadels on the Annapolis. And we'll get one more salvo in on the main.
Non sparare agli alleati.
Oh, no. It was Vader who blocked our torps. Front ones at that. Oh well. That's a lot of torpedoes in the water for Maine. A lot of torpedoes in the water. Between the Yodo and the 4 Napolis. And now we're in secondary range. And the main beaches. So our torpedoes would have, well, not beaches, but hits the wreck of the Annapolis. So our torpedoes would have missed anyways. So that's why I didn't really mind. So now let's turn around. So I go from being back of the pack to front of the pack. And the people in the middle of the pack kind of just stay middle. The bad Yodo was because he took the main kill. He's at 2 kills. He took the main in Annapolis, and those are his 2 kills so far. I mean, he did do decent damage on the main with torpedoes, since his torpedoes are faster. So we're just swinging by the repair circle for a casual repair. Top up of HP a little bit. And then we're headed towards the other side. I probably should have sat back and waited a little bit for all of us to get closer in, because as you see, 2 of us are here and 2 of us are pretty far back. Like, I'll smoke up and start shooting. And now no one can see. That's the downside of this kind of division, is when you all smoke up and no one can see the enemy. Oh well, we'll throw torpedoes at the main. Because we can. And there's the radar from 1 to Annapolis. So we actually have our, the main can't shoot us. So it's only Annapolis that can shoot us at the moment. And as the destroyers try to shoot us. So here I'm trying, I am actually doing big brain play, moving to throw off torpedoes on the main again, and making sure I tank all the damage. Oh, 2 fires. Better repair that. And there's 2 citadels on Annapolis. We get kill the Humphreys, and we are doing this kind of turn to dodge torpedoes, because I expect them to already be launched. Oh, no, never mind. There's the torpedoes. Can we get another salvo off? Another salvo off? Your gun? Okay, it's dead. Now that's dead, and we've lost a torpedo rack. Can we get the last set of torpedoes off? Launch the torpedoes? No! Right before we were able to launch torpedoes, the main secondaries got us. Honestly, if there wasn't a wreck right there in the way, we would have been fine. But the other 3 Napolis have closed in. And so I was the focused while the sharks came in. And there we are. A nice, easy victory. We only lost... I was the only ship that sank on our team because of a couple stupid, greedy, red in my eyes came in. But 5 torpedo hits, 5 kills, 7 citadels, 350 secondaries, and 139 main battery hits. I was lowest on our team of Napoli's, but I'm not the best person. I don't play Napoli that much. I'm pretty sure these other people play Napoli a lot more than me. And as you see, Schlieffen's much lower because, they stood in the back for most of it. And the Colbert was AFK. So even with a team of 6, we are able to carry the team, do lots of damage. And this is where the people are complaining, is because with credits, it's about, 270,000 with a green. That's actually pretty low, and you can make more credits on more credits on a tier 8 tech tree. And so that's why people have been complaining in PTS. I'm not sure if it will stay the same when it becomes live server. That said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, or you like these kinds of meme comps, you want me to gather players for more meme comps so you can see these kinds of videos, let me know, and I will try my best. That said, I do hope to see you for the next video. Have a good one.